Welcome back to It Was Never a Phase Cards. We have a massive video for you guys today. We are getting the leaks coming out of Japan for their set called Mega Dream, which is going to make up most of our English set, Ascended Heroes. And we're going to start off, obviously, Ascended Heroes and Mega Dream being targeted as a Dragonite set. So we have to start out with the Dragonite Special Illustration Rare. Out the gate, my initial impressions are that this card is absolutely stunning. They showed the evolution line in the card like we previously saw with that Mega Gardevoir. You have Dratini and Dragonair. I think the pose is cool. The colors, it's just really a stunning looking card. And I know that the Mega version of Dragonite was a little controversial when ZA came out. And I am one of those in the camp of I don't like the head wings. But on the card, I think the card looks stunning. I had a feeling that the card would look a lot better than seeing it in 3D, like in ZA. So I think that this is an absolutely stunning Dragonite card. And honestly, kind of the way they drew it, you could almost like not even realize that the wings are on his head, if I'm being completely honest. It just kind of it's how it's drawn. But so a little bit controversial of the Mega itself, but I think this is a stunning, stunning card. I'm going to need your guys' help. In the comments, let me know what you guys think about this card and then like a lot of the other cards that we're going to touch on, because I just kind of want to get a vibe. I know it feels like a lot of the stuff that's been coming out has been very controversial. It's either like love or hate, and there's like no middle ground. So I want to see how everyone's feeling. So Mega Dragonite out the gate, I think absolutely stunning. I think this is a must-have card for me, for my collection. I cannot wait to get my hands on this card and see this in person. Absolutely stunning. Next up, we're going to go back through the special illustration rares. This is Steven's Metagross. This one, unfortunately, is a little bit of a lower resolution image, so we can't really zoom in on it too much. But I do like the pose. I do think it looks like a cool card. One of the more serious type of cards. So Steven's Metagross, I think looking really cool. I'm actually a fan of that card. I think it looks cool. Next up is Pheasantipity, and I'm not a big fan of this Pokemon, but I do think that this is a cool looking card. I think that this one will really pop in person. Probably not going to be, you know, like too crazy of a card, but keep in mind too that what they're doing specifically on the Japanese side is a lot of the cards that are in the set are highly playable. And I believe Pheasantipity has been highly playable. That's why they're getting some of these cards. That's what they do with their high class set every year. It's newer cards, but also like same Pokemon that have been popular in the meta, so that way on the Japanese side they can get their hands on playable cards a lot easier, and that's why it's a guaranteed EX per pack and a guaranteed SAR per box, stuff like that. That's what's on the Japanese side, so that's why you're seeing Pokemon like Pheasantipity. Next up, we have, this one has been previously announced, but this is Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl, now this is similar to what we just saw with Cynthia's Garchomp, is the same vibe I'm getting. It looks like it could potentially be kind of in the same arena, potentially, that we saw from Destined Rivals. And there are a few cards from the set that definitely could have been featured in Destined Rivals. We'll get to some of those in a second, but out the gate, I love the art style of this, the more serious approach. I think it's a cool looking card. Next up, we have N's Zoroark, another really stunning card, especially if you're a big fan of N or Zoroark. I think I'm getting the, what's that painting? The Reaching, the Creation of Man or whatever it's called. Hopefully I didn't butcher that, but he's got his hand out. But super cool. I do like the background too. It looks really nice. You are going to see a lot of this bandage. I don't know if it's a bandage, but this wrapped finger. This person, wherever they get these early, they're always like the first ones to be opening tons of packs and leaking them. So nothing I can do about the thumb or the fingers that you will see in some of these. Next up is Mega Scrafty. I am not a fan, especially after Legend ZA. I'm not a fan of the Mega Scrafty, if I'm being completely honest. I like the vibes of this card, but just not a particular big fan of the Pokemon, if I'm being completely honest. But hey, it is a nice looking card, just not really my cup of tea per se. And then this is obviously one of the big cards. This might be a lot of people's chase from the set, is the Mega Gengar. I love what they did with the colors, the green little like ectoplasm swirls down here. This one definitely should have been in Phantasmal Flames, but it was not. So Mega Gengar are obviously already announced, but still worth noting. Next up, we have Mega Hawlucha. I think that this is actually a pretty cool looking card as far as art style goes. I like the colors. Mega Hawlucha, I kind of like them leaning into the luchador thing. I think I'm fine with it. It's not like a big chase card of mine on the list, but I do think it is a nice looking SIR. Probably really pops in person. Then we have Diancie, Mega Diancie here. Color palette, you know, getting the pink cutesy side. I think it's a fine looking card. Once again, nothing wrong with it. Just doesn't totally, once again, not my big cup of tea, but a nice looking card. And then this is one of the big ones. This is kind of one of the controversial cards that we've been, at least from my initial, like what I've been gathering of on the internet, is we have another Rockets Mewtwo. Definitely a different pose, similar as obviously you have Giovanni being featured here. I like the pose and like the more menacing look of Mewtwo in this card, and I have seen a lot of people making memes about this already, so we'll just reference this. A lot of people, you know, already looking away from Destined Rivals towards Ascended Heroes, making that meme. So let me know too, do you guys like the Destined Rivals Mewtwo more or the Ascended Heroes? So I think I maybe still like the Destined Rivals one more, but I do think that this is a unique look on this card. We have Iono's Belly Bolt, a nice colorful card here. I think it looks great. Yeah, it really pops. Getting a lot of love there for Iono and Belly Bolt. Electros. Now this one's another really low resolution image, but Electros being featured here. Nice looking card. Then we have, this is the Terastallized Pikachu. Now we were seeing Terastallized Pikachu on the pack art, and I wasn't sure what that was going to lead to, but I think that this card it's a cute card. I think a lot of the cutesy collectors will really like this card and go after this card. It's definitely different than the Surging Sparks Pikachu that we got, but it's a cool looking card nonetheless. So it's a different art style. I'm here for it, honestly. I think it's kind of cool. A cute card. I wouldn't be upset if I pulled this card. A nice looking Pikachu. Pikachu collectors, let me know how you guys feel about this one. Then we have Frostlass. This is a cool art style here as well. Frostlass is kind of creepy. It's got some like creepy vibes. I don't know if what I'm getting from this, but Frostlass definitely a little creepy there. Now we're getting into the Mega Attack rares, which is a new rarity. Some of these that we've seen will be promos for us in English, like we've already gotten. The Mega Charizard is a promo. But this is what we're seeing from the Dragonite. Now, obviously, when we get these cards in English, this text, the text that you're seeing in English right now, will be in Japanese. And I am actually a big fan of the Japanese text going across the card. So I think that these are actually pretty cool. So we have Dragonite. You have your Scrafty here with the Outlaws. Gengar with the Void Gale. I think that this card looks kind of cool as well. I think, once again, I think it'll look better with English everything and then the Japanese text across. I am a big fan of those cards. So we have Halucha here doing his Somersault Dive. And then these ones we know are promos for us on the English side in the poster collections. So these will not be in our English set. But we have the Lucario with the Mega Brave. You have Diancie with the Something Ray. And then Mega Symphonia for Gardevoir. Once again, this will be a promo. I don't know if the other ones will be promo or how many Mega Attack rares we'll get in our English set. Electros with Disaster Shock. You get another Frostlass here with, what does it say, Absolute Snow. And then obviously we already got this in our Charizard box, but Inferno X Mega Charizard. It looks like we have a Jamming Tower, a few other trainers, Canary being featured in this set. And then there should be some, we're going to go through these, nothing too crazy. And then we should get some illustration rares. Fan Rotom. I think we've got enough Rotom lately. But whatever, it is what it is. They can't all be bangers. So illustration rare there. We got the Dreepy and the Dracloak line here. Those have been previously announced. Ends Zekrom, which is going to be in this set. This is our Elite Trainer Box promo, in case you missed that on the English side. Obstagoon, which I think is actually kind of a cool looking pose here. I believe this is Galarian Obstagoon, if I'm not mistaken. Cynthia's Spiritomb, which I do think actually is kind of a cool looking card as well. We got a Metacham card. What else next? Oh, this one is kind of a sleeper in my opinion. I actually like this card. This is the Rockets Doug Trio. Obviously you can see Giovanni and the Doug Trio digging there under the kind of a split card. I think that that's actually kind of a cool looking card. So another card that should have been probably in Destined Rivals, but I think it's really cool. Team Rocket's Mimikyu, another nice looking card. I do like the art style that they chose here. Looking good there. This is Hops Trevenant, another lower resolution image card, kind of hard to see. But there it is, Trevenant. We do have a Togekiss card, which I do think is kind of cool. I am wanting, honestly, I would love a Togepi illustration rare. I would love something like that. But I'll take a Togekiss. Doesn't do it quite as much for me. I want a nice, cute, adorable Togepi card, and this makes me want it even more. Maybe we'll get one in the future though. So Togekiss, this Miss Drevis card actually is surprisingly kind of cool. Halloween theme. It looks like you got webs going. It's kind of cute and colorful. So I actually like that card. I wouldn't be disappointed if I pulled that illustration rare. Heliolisk, him chilling on a rooftop. Looks like he's sunbathing. Decent looking IR there. Snowrunt in the snow. And then obviously this is probably one of, if not most people's favorite illustration rare of this set, is the Psyduck, previously announced, but worth mentioning again. Absolutely adorable. I like the art style on this one, on the Numel here, with the ground kind of erupting, and he's just chilling. I think that's a fun card. I am an Ethan fan as well, so Ethan's Macargo. This is a underrated illustration rare for me. I have, working on the Destined Rivals Master set, Ethan's Typhlosion, Ethan's Ho-Oh, Ethan's Macargo. This is going to be a must-have for me. So I'm very excited to have this included in the set. Badoo is a cute, fun style card. I like it. Very colorful. Nothing too crazy, but a little bit adorable there. And then a few more here. The Beautifly. And yeah, so this is all you can see as far as the Dustox, as far as the reveals of what we've seen. There are a few more that we do need to touch on after the Dragonite. These are also special illustration rares. So this is Iris's Fighting Spirit. Right here, I actually think that's kind of a cool trainer card. Then you have Canary, again, the SAR special illustration rare from ZA. So I think that's kind of cool as well. You have a Surfer card, and then the only gold card, at least on the Japanese side, is the Mega Dragonite. Now, there has been a rumor that we're going to get a gold Mega Charizard Y. I think that is very likely. Once again, I think that is coming on the English side and not in this set, unless we have missed something. So currently, those are the cards that have been revealed. We also will be getting some different reverse holo patterns. You can see there's an energy pattern here, a Pokeball pattern here, and then for cards like Rocket Stug Trio, you have the R, which I do think is very cool. So that is most of the reveal of what we have seen so far. We do have some more information to go over, so you guys will want to stay tuned. We're doing a little bit of a giveaway, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But first, we do need to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Shiny. Shiny is the best way to track your card collection. Whether you have graded cards, raw cards, sealed product, anything, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, Lorcana, anything, you need to be tracking your collection in Shiny. The market right now is kind of on a little bit of a downturn, but either way, whether the market's moving up or moving down, it is good to know how much your collection is worth, and Shiny, in my opinion, is the best way to do that. It has some of the most accurate pricing on the market. One of the fastest card scanners on the market as well. So if you want to add cards lickety split, you can just scan them in, and that is a great way to have them all in, because you never know what's going to be moving up, what's going to be moving down. And I'm a very visual person. I like seeing the charts and graphs. Helps me know what's going up, what's going down, maybe stuff I should be selling, maybe stuff I should be buying more of because it's down. So that is why I use Shiny. You don't have to take my word for it. They have 4.9 out of 5 stars on the Apple App Store with 1,300 reviews. And there is a ton more on the Google Play Store as well. It is completely free to use, and there is a download link in the description of this video. So make sure you check out Shiny. There is also a premium version, which you can do a one-time payment to unlock some additional features. So if you tried it, you can be like, oh, I really like this. Let me get the upgraded version. You can do that as well. But I would just give it a go. It's completely free to try. So make sure you try out Shiny, link in the description. Now, going off of this announcement, I did want to have another announcement just as a little bit of a reminder that coming up this weekend, Cyber Weekend, TCG Player is doing a 10% store credit on everything. This starts on November 28th and goes through December 1st. I just wanted to bring that up. If there was some stuff that you were thinking about buying on TCG Player, maybe some singles, sealed, whatever it may be, this is a great way to get some money back and save. So make sure you check out the TCG player sale. This isn't a sponsored section or anything. I just wanted to make you guys aware. If you do want to support the channel, there is a TCG player affiliate link in the description, so you guys can use that at no additional cost to you, and I get like a very small percentage if you buy anything. If not, no worries. But I mostly just wanted to let you guys know that this 10% back sale is happening this weekend. So a little bit of news as far as TCG player goes. And then I wanted just to do a little bit of an update. It'll be very interesting to see if this card, which obviously has exploded recently, this is the Sleepy Dragonite from Evolving Skies. If this card gets any sort of attention based off of what we just saw now with the Dragonite SIR being the Mega Dragonite being revealed, I'll see if we see a little bit of a bounce on this card, because previously I would say that this is probably my favorite Dragonite card, possibly ever. And just comparing it to the new one, I think I can hear an argument for both, right? I think that obviously the Sleepy Dragonite is top tier and I absolutely love it, but the Mega Dragonite card, I like how it has Dratini and Dragonair. It's much more colorful, it pops a lot more. I could definitely see how some people might like that one more. I'm still a little conflicted. I don't know. I may be leaning right now still a little bit more towards the Sleepy Dragonite, but I think I could be swayed. Maybe there's some recency bias where I'm leaning towards the new card. We'll have to give it a little bit more time, but just wanted to see if this card moves a little bit. It has been as high as $500. It's come down currently to around $420. Lowest listeds right now looks like are around upper 300s, 390-ish for this card in a raw near mint copy. If you zoom out, just as a little bit of a price update on this card as well, it's up 154% on the year. A year ago, this card was $165. It peaked at around $270 in April, came back down to $230, and then went on an absolute tear in September to $500. It's still holding up pretty well. A lot of the cards are retracing, giving back a lot of those big gains, but the Dragonite's actually holding up really good. Obviously, it's getting a great big benefit coming from Evolving Skies. Most stuff from that set is performing very well, so Dragonite V, still a very expensive card. I'll be very interested to see what the Mega Dragonite ends up being in English. Pull rates, I think, are going to play a major factor, so we'll have to wait and see what the pull rates are, but very interesting to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of an uptick on this card, just based off of the popularity of Dragonite coming out in the new set. And then another card that actually has, it was down big for a long time. It's bounced up, and now it's seeing a little bit of a decline, is the Pikachu from Surging Sparks. Now, I don't think that the new Pikachu that we just saw is necessarily going to drive this card up. I think the Dragonite card is much better, but also just worth mentioning that this was the previous Pikachu SIR that we got. And once again, totally different styles. I could see how some people maybe would prefer this card. Some people would maybe prefer the new cutesy style fat little Pikachu that we were getting in Ascended Heroes. This card was as high as $350 not that long ago, a month ago. It's dropped down to around 300 currently. And there's actually a lot of copies of this currently available, right? 143 copies currently listed on TCG Player. Lowest listeds are around 280 currently for the Pikachu. So I don't think this one's necessarily going to get driven up because of the new one, but I just wanted to reference this card as well. It's just something to keep an eye on as the new set comes out. And keep in mind too, we don't get our English set release until January 30th. So Ascended Heroes doesn't come out till January 30th. And even then the set kind of almost doesn't really come out. We're only getting those 2-pack blisters and 3-pack tech sticker collections at release. We won't be getting the ETBs and I believe the mini tins until February 20th. And then we get the poster collections March 30th, and the booster bundles don't come out until April. So it'd be very interesting to kind of see what happens as far as card prices go when there's not going to be that much product really available kind of for that first month until the ETBs really hit for Ascended Heroes. But Pikachu, let's do actually a little bit of a zoom out on the 1 year, so you guys can see how hard this card has been hit. This card is down 38% on the year. Back here it was as high as $480, $480, came down to a low of $250, back up to $350, and now back down to $280, $300 currently. So Pikachu's been a little bit through the ringer. Surging Sparks has been heavily printed, and a ton of copies currently available. So supply and demand doesn't surprise me to see this card going down, but just wanted to mention bringing that up. Honestly, as far as Pikachu cards go, I think I prefer the Trainer Gallery V from Lost Origin. I like that one a little bit more personally over all of these cards. It's much more affordable, but I like the art style a little bit better over the ones that we just talked about in this video. So yeah, that's what we have for Pikachu. And then real quickly, I did want to announce a giveaway that we're doing. We had a huge influx of channel members recently. We've been doing live streams for the Pokemon Center drops, which have been really fun. I really appreciate all of you guys supporting the channel there. So I wanted to give a shout out to all of the members who have joined, and we are going to be doing a members only giveaway. Right now, actually, if you were to join to become a channel member, you would have a 1 out of 39 chance to win. I think we're gonna do I'm thinking maybe an elite trainer box to start for the first month, so you'd actually have pretty good odds. So just as a thank you for so many members joining the channel, like the support genuinely means so much. And I also just wanted to give a shout out to, we'll scroll through so you guys can see all of the members who have joined, especially, we have the oldest members right here, Mango, Foley, you guys have been supporting for months and months and months. But it means so much to me. A lot of people ask during the live stream, like, is YouTube your full-time job? No, it is not. I do work from home. I have a business that I run. So I do have time to prioritize YouTube, maybe someday, but the support that you guys have been giving back to the channel means so much to me. And it's like, man, maybe someday this can be a full-time thing. So huge thank you to everyone who has supported the channel, and shout out to all of the channel members. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out. I know a lot of you guys just the other day were in for those Pokemon Center live streams. I know most of you guys here were hitting. So congratulations. As far as Pokemon Center drops as well, the world seems like it's healing. A lot of people were able to hit those booster bundles and the elite trainer boxes. So very, very, very exciting times. The set honestly looks like it's going to be very big and very good. We still are missing, like I said, I think we're missing 5 SIRs and a few. I didn't count the number of illustration rares, but I bet we're missing illustration rares that is going to be on the English side. So 33 IRs, 22 SIRs. I believe we only saw 17 special illustration rares. So there is still some that we're going to be getting from those Japanese battle decks. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you stay subscribed with notifications on, because I will update you guys when we get that information as well. Very exciting times. Also too, or maybe for December, instead of the Elite Trainer box, maybe we'll do Mega Dream Japanese booster box for the giveaway. I don't know. I'll throw a poll up somewhere and we can decide. But anyways, if you want to become a member, you'll automatically, if you're a member during December, you will automatically be entered for that giveaway. And we'll do like more of an official announcement for that in December. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel. But thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you guys in this one. I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.